1, 2, 3, 4. Do 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 do. I don't have an intro, so I'm making one right now. This is the intro to this video. Yeah. Check. Yeah. All right. We are recording. All right. What's going on, guys? So I was originally gonna make or plan out and make a video for this, but then I was like sitting here kind of bored. My SM7 was on my desk, and I was like, screw it. Let's just do a little impromptu video and see how that goes. Maybe that'll be fun. So anyway, I wanted to tell you guys real quick that I made a Patreon. It is now live, and I just wanted to tell you a little bit about it. And real quick, I guess, excuse me, I just ate Chipotle, and I'm still digesting it. Apologies. To be honest with you guys, I was kind of always against Patreon. I guess I never really read much about it. I just kind of like got the gist of it and then made my own assumptions. But to me, it always kind of seemed like begging and like, I don't know. It was just weird to me. Like, what? I just ask people that follow my work to give me money? Like, that seems odd. That's what I thought anyway. And I don't mean to belittle or demean like anyone that has done a Patreon for a long time. Totally cool. You know, that was just what it seemed like to me, and you know, I felt like it wasn't for me. And then recently I was talking to my buddy Anoop on the phone. A lot of people don't realize this, but Anoop is my home dog. I've known him for years, literally since middle school, and we grew up in the same town. So we were talking on the phone just about random stuff, and he mentioned that he was making a Patreon, and I was like, I've thought about doing that, blah, 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 not really for me. And he kind of is the one actually that really turned me on to really trying to do it, because he pointed out how you can set it up in such a way that it actually kind of really provides a service of some kind, or at least content of some kind to people. And I think that was kind of my thing with it, is that as long as I've been doing this, I'm 28 years old now. I started in this industry when I was 18, so it's crazy to think that it's been 10 years now. Wow. But yeah, you know, for me, the whole idea of being a professional drummer always meant, you know, getting asked to do some kind of gig, whether it's like touring or recording or computer related music work, something like that. And, you know, fulfilling that, completing that gig or whatever you're asked to do, and then being compensated for it. To me, that was the idea of being a professional musician. But I suppose, you know, I guess there's a reason why pride is one of the 7 deadly sins, you know, because I've always been a very prideful person, and that's kind of how I viewed this industry and being a professional drummer. But the reality is that this industry, in the 10 years that I've done it, I've seen it change monumentally just in the last decade. And really, ever since the rise of the internet and technology, it's just changed a ton, and is changing more and more. And really, in my opinion, to be a successful musician in this day and age, you kind of have to have a lot of different things going on. So I'm really thankful that Anoop kind of opened my eyes to Patreon a little bit more and showed me a way that I could do it that would make more sense and still allow me to provide useful content or entertainment and stuff that can actually help you guys and that you can enjoy while also supporting an artist you like. You know, it's still, to me, kind of more like an exchange of goods in that way, I suppose, if that makes sense. So anyway, I'll tell you a little bit about it real quick. The first tier is just like super basic. It's the cheapest one, and it's basically just like support with also access to my Patreon feed, which will have some content that I'm not going to post elsewhere. It'll have a discount code with it as well for my Teespring merch store. And then tier 2 is where it kind of gets to be the real stuff, and that's basically all this stuff is going to be added to as well. Like whenever I have new stuff, I'm just going to add new stuff. And the way I'm setting it up is I'm making a Google Drive. Well, I've already done it. There's going to be a Google Drive, and if you sign up for my Patreon, I will add you to it, and you will have all access to it, depending on your tier. And yeah, so tier 2 comes with drum samples, tons of different samples that I've taken here. So if you're into, you know, recording and that kind of thing, tons of wave files. As well, I've made TCIs for pretty much all of it, so if you have Slate Trigger, it has a folder in it actually of, I'm reading this off my laptop in case you're wondering why I keep looking here. There's a folder that has every drum video I've ever made in it, almost every drum video. There are a few that I can't seem to find that I know I made. I'm sure I will find them. I have like 15 external hard drives full of stuff that's backed up, so I need to finish sifting through them. But yeah, that one has tons of videos that I never released, a bunch of old audition videos, stuff like that, as well as just some videos that are more recent. There's like a Flush Rot song in there, stuff that I just never posted for one reason or another. I don't know. There have been sometimes I just didn't post videos because I was like, I don't like this anymore, and I didn't post it. So there's a lot of videos in there, currently over 200, and I'll just keep adding as I come across more. Transcriptions, like the bundle in my Gumroad store, as well as all my transcription books. And then whenever I transcribe something new from here on, I'm just going to add it to that. There's mix stems from different albums that I've played on, like, for example, all the drum stems from the Middle Farm Good Tiger albums, stuff like that. Tons of multi-track stems from YouTube videos. And then I'm also going to be adding all my solo release stuff in there, which the first thing that I'll be adding for that is the electronic EP that I wrote that's finished now. I'm just currently in the process of uploading it to iTunes and Spotify, but if you sign up for my Patreon, you'll get it there. And I'm also going to include like multi-track stems for that kind of thing. And there's a couple other things, but if you're actually interested, you can check it out yourself. The next tier, tier 3, is everything from 1 and 2, but it also is going to include drumless stems. So like, I can't do this I have a lot of drumless audio from albums for bands that I've worked for, and I can't give that stuff out. I don't have permission, or, I wouldn't feel right doing that. But basically any albums that I've played on that I know I'm allowed to post drumless files to, there's going to be some Intronaut ones. Made sure that was cool with those guys. Good Tiger ones, and a variety of others. So if you want to make a drum video, or if you want to play along, that kind of thing is going to be in there. All my instructional videos are in tier 3, as well as any new ones that I make. And then also tier 3 comes with an email address that's basically going to give you access to me, where I'm going to check this email address very often and reply to it regularly, so I can actually connect with you guys and answer questions. And those are kind of the main 2 and 3 are like the main ones. And then tier 4 is a little bit more, but it's basically everything from 1, 2, and 3, and it also comes with 30 to 60 minutes of talking every month on the phone, or FaceTime audio, or FaceTime video, or something like that. I guess if it's FaceTime video, it's just called FaceTime. But yeah, so if you want to talk via email, or on the phone, or via video, about anything really, drums obviously, but industry stuff, life, mental health, anyone that knows me can accurately tell you that I am a talker when I get going about something, especially stuff that I care about. So hopefully maybe some of you guys will want to connect. And so those are the 4 tiers. Tiers 2 and 3 are kind of the main ones though. And that's pretty much it. In general, I just want to say, while I have you all here, that I really appreciate everyone supporting me all these years. It's crazy to think that I've done this for 10 years now, but I have. I look forward to doing it for a lot longer, whenever 2020. It's been a hell of a year, Hopefully things will turn somewhat back to normality soon, and hopefully I can go on tour again soon. I miss playing shows, especially with the Chapel guys, and that's pretty much it. Oh, and for the record, this is probably going to make me sound like a terrible salesman, but I'm not going to post on Instagram or YouTube or anything less, because I have a Patreon now. So if you're not into this, don't even worry about it. You don't have to sign up. But, if you like my work and you want to support me in some capacity and also get some cool stuff out of it, please check it out. But yeah, it's, I've never been one to like push stuff on people like that. So, if it's not for you, just keep following me on the internets and check out what I post and enjoy it. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I'm bad at ending stuff like this, so I will just say thank you and that the link is in my bio, so you can check it out there. All right. Peace out, guys.